Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check, check.
Shots in the beginning wasn't landing.
Yeah,
Going in,
yeah, that too, yeah.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, check, check. Are you hearing it? I'm hearing my headphones. I don't know if it's the board, phones out, because I'm not hearing it in the speakers as bad. Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, check. Check 1, 2, 3. Check, check. 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3.
LSU en route to the interview room. Thank you. Be here in mere moments. All right, the gentlemen from LSU are here, and how we'll do this, we'll hear from the head coach. We'll get some questions for the players, get them out of here, and then we'll finish with the head coach as well. We got about 10 minutes or so. Coach, you're heading to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm really proud of my guys. Really came out and executed their game plan. I thought Coach Bill Armstrong, who had the scout, did a great job. But these guys right here took the game plan to the floor. We knew it was going to be a paint game. We wanted to attack the paint and protect the paint. And I thought we did that in the first half, doing a great job pushing it in transition. Trey did, and Sky, and then Nas. We played inside, outside. But second half got a little stagnant. I give credit to Mark; he made a good adjustment there. But my guys, these guys made big plays. Great players make great plays, and they made plays. That's why we're moving on.
Thanks, Coach. Let's get some questions for players. We'll start here on the front left, and then we'll go to you next. Yes, go ahead, front row.
Easy question to ask for Tremont. Just describe the last play. What was it designed to do? Exactly the way it happened?
Pretty much hold the ball, take the last shot, and not shoot the ball too quick so that they wouldn't have a chance to go down the other end and put up a shot. So Coach Benford and coaching staff, and actually my teammates said they wanted me to take the shot. So we just held the ball out. Nas came and set a screen, and I made a play.
Let's go here in the front on the right.
Gene Fournette from the Times-Union. Tremont, can you just describe the feeling of being able to do that in that moment? And where exactly were you on the dog pile near the bench afterwards, and just what that feels like? You don't see a whole lot of dog piles in basketball.
Yeah, well, I was in the bottom of the dog pile, and just the feeling, it feels amazing to have a great support system behind me, my teammates, my coaching staff, and all the fans that were here to give me the confidence to go out and make a play like that is a very humbling feeling, and I'm going to continue to do everything I can to help this team win and just keep pushing for my guys.
Let's go on the left side and then the very back.
Tony, if I could ask you, I'm over here. What went into the choice of having Trey be the guy on that last possession there?
Well, it's a play, that we run. We run it a few times during the year, and we knew a minute against men in zone, especially against that 3-2. We had to do a great job of screening that top guy, the 3-2, and we told Nas, whoever's up there, if it's men in zone, just screen that guy and just put a body on him. And Nas did a great job, and Trey, great players made great plays. He made a great play.
Let's go, who's next? In the very back, please. And then we'll go up here next. And we'll go down here after that.
Wayne Viner with Terp Talk. Nas, can you talk about your battle today with Fernando and Sticks and what your relationship is with those guys off the court?
Fernando, he's huge. The game plan was really to try to get him off the glass. I mean, if I don't get the rebound, at least one of my teammates will. And, I mean, he's one big guy. It was really hard. And Sticks, he's a tremendous player. We played together, played against each other since 7th grade. So, I mean, I've known him for a while. He played a great battle today, and I give it props to both of them.
Let's go here on the right side. Yes, sir.
Tony, Adam Zagoria, just with everything this team's been through, can you just talk a little bit about what this means for you personally and for the team to get to a Sweet 16 here after all this?
Well, Adam, it's huge for these guys. They're the ones that pay the price. They've been through a lot. We know the story, the adversity that these guys have gone through. Losing obviously Wade at the beginning of the year we started, and then obviously with Coach not being here with us. But I give it to these guys. They taking ownership of this team. It's about these guys. These three guys here and the rest of those guys. They trust each other. They respect each other. They love each other. And when you have a team like that, hey, you have a chance to win games. And that's why we're able to keep moving on.
Final questions for the players here. Yeah.
Coach Calipari was mentioning the reason why the SEC got so many teams was doing so well is because of the number of close games everybody seemed to be involved in. You guys had 7 overtime games this year. You had this game. Is there any end-of-game situation or any second-half situation at this point that you guys feel like you can't handle?
No, I wouldn't say so. We prepare for it. The coaches do a great job of putting us in adverse situations in practice with the 6-minute games that we do, and we'll start the 6 minutes down 7. And usually when it applies to the game, we're not in that type of situation or it's not as bad. So we feel like, we're prepared for it and we can, figure out a way to win. And we've been able to do that this year.
Final question for the players here in the front.
Gene Fournette from the Times-Union. Questions for Naz. All the highlights, when this tournament is over and they play the one shining moment, is probably going to show the move Tremont made to the basket to win the game. May not necessarily remember that Skylar made 2 free throws, knocked down a 3. And he's the guy that I hear is sort of the calming guy on this team. Can you talk about the 5 points that he scored, the 2 free throws, plus the 3 ball that kind of set the tone for what happened at the end?
I mean, Scott makes plays like that per usual. So, I mean, for us, it was like something we seen every day. And, he's very good at it. And, just keeping calm is something he does best. And he keeps the coaching staff calm, the players calm. He's a calm player who can get through adversity and do anything he can do in any moment by doing that.
Guys, thanks a lot. Congratulations to you. We'll continue with the head coach here for just a few more minutes. LSU locker room is open, and we'll go here on the second row on the left. Yes, sir.
I'm on Lot, FAMU TV 20 News. Coach Bedford, this is for you. The first half, it seemed like you guys were totally in control offensively. All of your plays and sets were going through. In the second half, they threw the zone at you. So how difficult was that to keep you guys composure and take good shots down the stretch?
Well, I thought we did execute. These guys did a great job of, like I said, Coach Bill Armstrong had the scout, and he did a great job preparing those guys in the scouting report. And we wanted to attack the paint, like I said earlier, and we wanted to push it in transition. But the problem with pushing in transition, we had to get rebounds, and those guys are pretty tough to keep off the glass. But when we were able to do that, Trey was able to get a great push, and we were able to get some easy baskets in transition. So we were able to extend the lead. But I give Mark, he made a great adjustment. We knew they were going to run the 3-2, and we had worked on it. But, when you don't have but a day to prepare, it's tough. And you got to make shots. At the end of the day, I don't care what zone, you got to make shots. But we made a couple adjustments, and Skylar made some plays for us.
Third row of the aisle. Yes, sir.
Tony, when they called the tech on Mark and you get 2 foul shots, you go up 15, and I guess a team can go in 2 ways, but Maryland seemed to make that a turning point for them. And is it interesting how that can work sometimes?
No, I've been doing this 28 years at this level. I've seen it work, but they did a good job again, he changed his defense because they couldn't guard us in man. My guys were, really executing. But I thought when they made the change, we got stagnant, didn't make shots, and they made shots and did a good job. So I give Maryland credit.
Far left side, Coach.
Tony, just getting back to that, when they went to that zone, you had a pretty good stretch there where you guys were just settling for deep balls there, and there were a couple of timeouts in that stretch. Are you trying to hammer it home in that, at the bench there?
Yeah, good question. Because the thing I told them, guys, even men or zone, because we talked about it before game. If they run, I don't care if it's men or zone, the 3-2, we still want to attack the paint. And I thought we got away from it. Our movement wasn't very good. We called a couple of plays out of the timeout and scored. But then I thought sometimes we settled too much. But at the end of the day, you got to make shots, and we made the big one at the end.
Time for a few more. We'll go front left.
Tony, I think you only had 6 in the second half, but overall you outscored them 26-13 off the bench. Just talk about the advantage that your bench gave you today.
Well, we have 8 starters. I mean, I think we had the best 8 players in the country when you watch us play. I mean, we have 8 starters. All those guys have been in the starting lineup all year. They've all made plays and really contributed. You bring Emmett Williams he can start for anybody in the country. Darius Days can start for anybody in the country. Javante Smart. So we got 8 starters. And so all those guys can make plays. I told them to be ready. I knew Darius would play well. He didn't play we didn't play him. It was our fault we didn't play him as much against Yale. We should have played him more. But I told him to be ready, and he bounced back and being here in Florida did a great job in front of his family.
Time for 2 more. We'll start here on the right and then here on the aisle.
Tony, can you just talk about the personalities on this team? Obviously, 2 big closers you saw there down the stretch with Skylar.
Yeah.
Before that, and Tremont now.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think Skylar Mays is one of the most underrated players in the country. We know what he does in the classroom, 4.0 student, scholar athlete. But anyway, he's a heck of a player, too. I think people, because he's so smart, people forget how good a basketball player he is. But he made some huge plays. And to do that, Wade Sims was like a brother to him. Those guys grew up, and he's, I know Wade is watching over us. And then Trayvon's just a player. I mean, he's a guy that makes plays. And I don't know how he got through that shot over all those big guys in there, but he made it. And, the basketball guys was watching over us today.
Final question on the aisle, yes.
Tony, 5-2 in overtime games, and 2 of the victories were against tournament teams. One of the losses, he split with Florida, who's a tournament team. One of the losses to FSU, who's a tournament team. What makes these kids so tough at the end of the game?
That's a great question. We we went 5-1 in the league. We played 6 overtime in the SEC, the best league in the country, in my opinion. And I think what it is a closeness of this group. Okay, they're not afraid of the moment. We sit there in the huddle. We knew a 3-minute game. We weren't, playing as well as we needed to. And scholars just say, Coach, so we're gonna be okay. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna win this game. And so I just think that these guys, we got multiple guys that can make plays off the bounce. Then you got Nas that can score inside. So when you got guys that can make plays and believe they can go make a play any time, regardless of the situation, it makes the job easier as a coach. And you have a chance to win close games.
Coach, congrats. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Just a few moments away from Maryland at the dais. Thank you. The gentleman from Maryland with us at the dais now. We'll open questions to everybody on the dais. Coach, if you wouldn't mind giving us some opening thoughts about today's game.
We, first of all, give LSU credit. They made 2 big-time plays, the 3 they hit, and then the layup. We weren't very good for 25 minutes. Shot selection, defensively, we just weren't very good. And I think we got down 16. And we switched to zone, and we got some confidence, took their confidence, and then we were better offensively. Not great, but we were better. And it's a crazy game. You know, I'm really proud of my group. We didn't quit. And we never quit all year. We played hard. We played a really good basketball team. It was hard to score against. But basketball is crazy. So we run great offense, score tie. We get a wide open 3 for Eric Ayala. Just missed it. They come down, and the guy just shoots a 3 and makes it early in the shot clock. It's basketball. So it's the way it worked. That said, Sticks stepped up. Anthony made a great play. He executed a great play after a timeout, hit a 3, and they ended up winning. But proud of my guys. We were gutting it up. We weren't very deep today. We couldn't really sub. Guys gave everything they had. I just feel bad for my team because people are so critical of me and my team. We were the 4th youngest team in the country, and we battled. We gave it everything we had. And they deserve better. They deserve better today. That's why I'm disappointed.
Coach, thank you. We'll start with questions for everybody up here on the aisle. Yes, sir.
Mark, just to reiterate, did you come out of the halftime in the zone, or was it later than that in the second half?
Right after my technical, so you can look it up.
That was good. That's when, do you think the turnaround was more due to the zone, or did they kind of see that technical and respond to that situation and used it to their advantage to get a little bit more motivated after that?
I think both, because we scored, hit a 3, and then we got a steal and a layup. So it was a little bit of both, to be honest with you. But I think our zone slowed him down, kept the little guy out of the paint a lot until the end. And then I thought Bruno and Sticks did a phenomenal job of protecting the rim. We just didn't rebound well enough a few times. We gave them too many shots, but we rebounded better. And they're a heck of a rebounding team. And I think we out-rebounded by 8. So, but the zone definitely helped us.
Questions for the coach or the players? Yes, sir.
Mark, in that last timeout, you feel like Tremont was going to take it there. Jalen obviously took it very hard. How do you prop him up after that?
Wow, Jalen was terrific. What a great game he had. What a great year he's had. No, we showed him exactly what was going to happen. We showed him middle ball screen for him. Kid just made a heck of a play. I wish we wouldn't have got around Jalen, and I wish if he did get around Jalen, Bruno would have pinned it on the glass, but it didn't happen that way. And they scored. But we told the players knew exactly what was coming. We all knew what was coming, whether we were going to be able to stop it or not.
On the right side, yes, sir.
For either Anthony or Daryl, just what do you guys think you can take away from this run? Obviously, you're such a young team. What do you think you bring from this into next year?
This is my first year here as a sophomore, so it was just a great experience to see, a great experience to be a part of. As a kid, I always grew up watching these type of games, these big-time games. So just to be able to be in it, it's a great feeling. And just to have all these young guys coming back and stuff, it's just going to make us hungrier.
Here on the second row, please. Oh, hold on, sir. Sir, let's get a microphone. Thank you.
Bruce Posner from Terp Talk. Coach, 2-3 times this year, or maybe a little bit more, you went to the zone, and it seemed to be really working. And I know you're a man-to-man guy. Is your mind maybe changing a little bit?
No, it's all stat driven. They shoot 31% from 3 as a team. That's low, and so everything told us to guard that way. I mean, we were going to guard Belmont that way, obviously, and so we told the guys yesterday morning when they woke up, we're going to zone. Don't know when, but we're going to zone. I would have loved to have done it earlier. I just kind of felt like we weren't putting any pressure. Our offense just wasn't good enough. But no, it was. They knew we were going to do it. Guys like it. It helped us, but it's got to be the right situation.
What was the message as you were falling behind and just could not get over the hump?
What was my message?
Yeah, was there spirits? I mean, was it?
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, come on, guys, we got to play better. I was on them. You know, shot selection wasn't great at times. We were really searching in the first half. We went small right before half. Wiggins made some shots to keep it halfway decent. But I think once we cut it to 5 real quickly, we all thought we were going to win the game. We went up 3. We all thought we were going to win the game. And I never thought we were going to lose till the kid made the layup, to be honest with you. And I can't fault anything that we tried to do. Offensively, we tried to go through Bruno, we tried to go through Anthony, we tried to go through Sticks. We threw a lot at him. You know, one thing I would like to change is maybe our free throw shooting. We missed 7 free throws. You know, front end of 1-on-1, I believe, too. So that would have helped us. They were 14 for 16. If we would have shot 21 for 23, we win the game. But we didn't. We were 16 for 23.
Third row in the aisle, yes.
Mark, hard to do in the moments after a loss, but if you can step back and think about where the program is in March of 2019 as opposed to the fall, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel great. You know, the hardest part about today is I love coaching these guys. And, you know, we started at the summer. We went on a trip, and we stuck together, and it was a grind. Our schedule was ridiculous, okay? We had 8 out of 11 on the road. It was a grind, and these guys, they kept trying for me. And we really pushed for this weekend. We really felt like I really pushed them for this weekend. I knew we were going to play good basketball this weekend because I pushed them in practice towards this weekend. I just feel bad for them because they go through a lot, and they deserve better. I don't know how many shots rolled all the way in and rolled. I mean, come on. So I never think my program's in bad shape. That's just my opinion. I always think we're in good shape. I always think we're going to win the next game. I'm going to get the next player. We've done some pretty good things, so we'd like to do better, but I think we're in great shape. Got, you know, 7 of our top 8 were freshmen and sophomores, and we've recruited pretty well. Some things will happen in the spring, I'm sure, we'll add some pieces, you know, and we'll get even better. So I'm looking forward to coaching this group again next year.
We've got time for a couple of more. Let's go right here and then right behind you.
Mark, you said that LSU was the most athletic team in the country. Did you feel like your guys kind of needed a little bit of time to adjust to that early in the game?
Yeah, it looked that way, especially around the rim. You know, and they had a good game plan against Bruno, and we only made him pay one time. Anthony hit the shot in the corner, and I was begging our guys to do it for a long time. But I do think we got used to it, and we got 2 pretty good athletes, too, in there. And we were able to get their guys in foul trouble throughout the game. We just didn't make enough jump shots. We had some open looks and some open free throws, and Bruno had some layups go out. You know, Daryl had a 3-point play, I think, that rolled out, or somebody's layup went all the way in and went out on a, you know, it was one of those days, and maybe we could have separated ourselves a little more, 5 or 6. But, yeah, they're big-time athletes, crazy athletes. And the point guard's, he's terrific.
On the right side, we'll wrap it up.
Gene Fournette from the Times-Union. My apologies if you've already been asked that. Did you kind of have a feeling in your mind going into the last play that Waters was going to be the guy that was going to try to do something more likely penetration because you also got the chance of drawing a foul?
Do I have to answer it again? Can he look it up?
Whatever you'd like, Coach.
I've answered it, so somebody's got it. So if you want to, they're good?
We can make sure. You
Okay.
good guys? Thank you very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.